Welcome back, everybody. I'm Lars, and today I actually just have a quick question for you guys because I've been thinking a lot about the KSP series, and it seems popular, which is good, which is very good. It seems you guys like it, but it has some problems. Mainly that some of the mods are just not. They're buggy as hell. They're very much buggy, and it's beginning to be basically a chore to play it because it's so annoying. Like going to Eve, going to Jewel, all that stuff, having a really nice setup that should be able to do all the things really, and of course the Eve landing fiasco was my fault. I know, but still, it would have worked on most of the Julian moons. The whole system should work, and then of course the random glitches just kills it. And my lack of knowledge on the interstellar beam power, of course, messed up a couple of missions. Again, my fault, but we're at like episode 46 and something, and at this point it's just a bunch of grinding, and then we get to see the antimatter thing, and that's it. Basically, the warp drive thing. So basically, we will soon see something that can bring us to other planets quicker. But I have to grind science to get there. It's not such a challenge. It's more of a chore. We have a lot of stuff hanging out in orbit. A lot of really weird stuff because we can just refuel anywhere. It's like I started that series because I wanted to have a look at a lot of the different science mods and different technology stuff. It's kind of cool, but I think it has run its course. Now, of course, if you guys really want to see the end of it, I will play a couple more episodes and do a lot of grinding off camera just so we can see basically the end of the tech tree. But I have an alternative for you guys, which I think you might enjoy a lot more. So I'm working on a new mod pack, a new set of mods, which include a lot of the stuff you saw in hard mode. But so like there's Deadly Reentry, of course, there's Ferrum Aerospace, there's not as many different like parts mods. Some stuff just to kind of even things out. Real shoots and procedural fairings and all that stuff. But the main mod is actually real solar system, which is cool. I just did a couple of tests, and to get like something simple into orbit, I had to push, I think, almost 9,000 meters a second into it, which it's just crazy. To get a smallest amount of stuff into space, you really have to work for it, and it's really hard, which means we have to plan out missions a lot more, and it's basically going to be a lot harder. And I excuse me, I've been testing it a bit, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Of course, we get remote tech back, so we can't just send probes to die anywhere without setting up all the stuff you need. Might add the KOS, the scriptable autopilot. So it's not like remote tech where you can just say, hey, do this perfect landing. But you can say that, well, when you reach 20,000 meters, you're supposed to like slowly tip over and increase thrust until you are out of fuel. Then you are supposed to stage, tip over, and increase thrust until you reach a certain altitude. And you could like, it's actually code. You have to write some simple scripting to make it happen, which is really cool. I don't know how that would play with the remote tech thing, but I kind of think that if we just make ourselves the rule that we only get to change code or execute code when we are in contact with Kerbin, then I guess that kind of works out, right? As long as we have control of the craft, we are allowed to do scripting, which means that we could actually script a landing and just press go and hope for the best. So basically what the guys at the European Space Agency did last night, which will be very neat. Now, real solar system is really cool because it's hard to get off Kerbin, or Earth as it actually is. You start out launching from the real KSC, which is not at the equator, and you have inclinations in the different things. Like the moon is not just at zero inclination a certain distance away. It varies in distance, the inclination is all weird, and since you aren't starting at the equator, you have a lot of stuff you really need to think about. So yeah, I'm going to play it anyway, but it's basically up to you guys, I think, if I will start the real solar system LP right away, or if I will just keep going through with the SciTech stuff. But at this point, building bases, building all those things aren't that interesting. I want a challenge this time. So yeah, just tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later.